Hi there, it's Tish with Star Love Healing. I'm here to do the North Node in Cancer reading. So, if your North Node is in Cancer, this reading is for you. And like all readings, pretty much that you can get, have access to. If something you're called to watch, that still could have a meaning for you in the message, even if it's not technically your zodiac, sign. It's energy, and you're attracting it, right? So if this is the first time you've seen me, welcome. And if you are returning, thank you again so much for coming back. It means a lot. In hopes to make my readings shorter, I have pulled some cards to lay a foundation so that I can get that energy and vibe, and then we can clarify together. So, North Node Cancer. So this is, I think, a very pivotal time for you. I feel like your ruin, I guess I should say, start off with, is nowdies, I'm not sure, but it signifies the beginning of troubles that can prevent the realization of plans. And to overcome these troubles, the most important thing to do is to face your fears, and make as many necessary changes as you can in your life. And I think that this speaks on, if you're starting to see a wall that you're running up against, understand that wall is meant for you to pivot. Some of us can really look at that wall and say, which is great, right? There's a reason why a wall comes into your life, or for many reasons, right? But, some people could look at that wall and be like, I'm going to overcome it, because that's what you're supposed to do for that moment. But I feel like this is where it's like, this ruin is just quite powerful feeling right now. It is needing some sort of change. I'm not sure in what aspect, because this is a collective reading. Some could need a new career, need a new job in the same career. Some need to make changes in relationships. Some need to just start cooking and making a plan on what you're cooking, right? Making things that aren't in alignment more in alignment to you. You'll know what this is. I don't think getting this ruin means that you're not seeing what needs to be changed. I think you are starting to get the signs, if you already haven't, right? We also got this card, and it says, I have the best fucking life ever. It says, you are alive. If that's not enough to make you raging ecstatic, then what is? You live in a world full of unlimited abundance and opportunity. You have magical senses to interact with your experience, and you decide how you want to view it all. Wire your brain to focus on the positives, and you will only experience positives. Make sexy time with your optimistic side, and you will pop out optimistic babies to surround you the rest of your life. Look at all those happy, optimistic babies. And that can speak on projects, right? It's very figurative, and then we have the binary system. It is coexistence, gravity, and harmony. And it's number 13. And this is an oracle card for you to see. Oh, my fingers were in the way, I think. Sorry. But look at that unity. Isn't that giving off very much like infinity energy, yin yang energy, finding the balance in something? And also very much like co-creating. That could look like with someone else, or that could look like with your creator, source, God, right? So let me move this out of the way. But that looks very freeing. This is very freeing energy. If something isn't budging right now, leave it be. Oh, that was quick. Thank you. All right, we've got the Three of Cups, connectivity, appreciation, individuality. And it's a unicorn. That's so cute. The Hanged Man, and it's Vela, and it's faith, guidance, outside force. And then Hercules, great effort, trial, persistence. Wow. He slayed that snake, didn't he? And it's Three of Air, so Three of Swords. So, you're getting a new perspective on something that, I mean, there's a lot of threes here, which are like combined energy of others in your life. And I think that's great how this was already picking up on that. So, I really just kind of feel like maybe there's been some outside sources here that have maybe felt good, comfortable at some point, because clearly you let them into your space. But I definitely am still getting that vibe of, it's not now, or it's not anymore, or some aspect of it is not. Maybe there's different, like one person's going this way, another person's going that way, and another person's going this way. It's kind of, and even if it's not three people that this is speaking on, it's just the idea that it's differing. And how about this? If you're in a group that everyone has the shared vision, great, right? But that doesn't mean everyone's vision for that shared vision looks exactly the same. How about this? That isn't there a quote of some sort that says, if you're hanging around people that only say yes to you, right? They're not growing you. And it's in the sense of the same thing where it's like, if we all say, this is an owl, we just all perpetuate in each other that this is an owl. But if someone says, that kind of looks like, a hawk or something, right? Like, if the other ones aren't fully allowing everyone in the group to be themselves, they could therefore be like, this is, what are you talking about? And then it's like, that is still another sign that that group is not expanding. It's not open to outside ideas, which that's new life, new breath. So I feel like that's a really big message here. I don't know if that resonates or not, but definitely is, I'm starving, and I'm so sorry if you're hearing my tummy talk. I apologize. I've been putting off eating, and I had a tiniest little snack, and now my tummy is just like, yeah, I need more than a snack. Sorry. So sorry. Maybe that's a sign in itself too. You know you need more from something. but you're giving yourself crumbs right now. And I hate using that word because everyone uses that word for reasons, right? But it is kind of along this line of like, are you breadcrumbing yourself into believing something? Not sure. But either way, you need to stay very optimistic about about where you're going, how you're going to do it, that it can be done. Keep the positive mindset. One thing I will say that has really been helping me, and I feel the need to share it, is you know how sometimes I forgot what it's called, but it's yeah, I'm not going to remember what it's called, but it's I don't know, can't talk. I have things that pop up in my head that I'm like, I've already walked away from that thing or that person. Why are they continuously running through my brain? Not all the time, but they're like peekaboo. And I'm sitting there like, I'm saying this to myself, like, why are you still here? I've said goodbye. I've done all the, things to remove you from my life. But energetically, it's like it comes back. And I'm even getting chills right here. So it's like a crown chakra energy. So I know this is important for you right now. I have started, whenever that happens, that loop, or anytime they come, now my throat chakra, anytime that happens, I just sit with it for a second and I go, oh, that's why I'm feeling this way or I'm thinking this way, is because it's a loop that my ego has really set their claws in as the truth. Like that person in my life had given my ego all these ideas that this was going to be the outcome. And now that outcome is never going to be, my ego is like, oh, but this is what we planned. This is what felt good. Let's go back to what feels good. Because I don't want you to be hurting. I don't want you to be sad. I don't want you to, and it's like, I've been trying to tell myself, that's an outdated idea. It's no longer a possibility, and it's not even something I want. So I am outside of this. This is like an old program that's running in my brain. And do you understand how much that has helped me? I hope that if you're ever called to, like, even in a year and you remember this reading, I hope if you are called to try it, that you remember this reading and try it, because it has been life-changing for me in just the last couple weeks, that I'm just like, oh yeah, that's an old program that needs to be updated. When that update gets released, said part of the universe, or my higher self, once that is fully got all the bugs worked out, they're going to give me a new programming, and I'm going to never have that old programming again. It's out, it's done, and you need to move. Sorry. He does this all the time and then makes such a mess just to get his way. Sorry. But where was I? That the old software is great. It had its purpose. It got you to where you are now. But it is old software. It's outdated. And so you almost have to, like, really tell yourself, I'm not feeling that. I'm not thinking this. This is an outdated software. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay, we got summer, waxing crescent, major opportunities, celebrating the light, warmth, growth, relaxation, positivity, and building strength. And it says, wait, things will unfold. So we've got the Hanged Man. And we also got, this card all about positivity. Like, it's just confirmation. And then we got a woman and the element of air. Communicative, idealistic, curious, bright ideas, diplomatic, alert, gathering information, mental acuity, and it says likely it's developing. So either a woman in your life or a feminine being is in your life and is going to be like sharing this knowledge, this idea, this, you know, shoot, this might even just be saying me right now if you're watching this, right? But some feminine energy is going to be expanding you. And if this is you and you are a female, then, feminine, and you identify as feminine, then you are really just at a place where you are, you know, you're controlling your mind. You're not letting your mind control you. You tell your mind what you are feeding it. Okay? And imagine you are this beautiful unicorn. And we have, whoa, Saturn, the regulator, Big Daddy Saturn. And then we got twin flames. So even if you aren't a twin flame, it's more of the 1111 energy of when you see 1111, what do we do as kids, adults, whatever? Make a wish. And the point of that, now as an adult, I understand. It's more of meaning get you out of your present situation. If you're hammering some nails at work, right? And you see 1111, not everyone, a lot of people will go make a wish and they'll stop what they're doing and be in the present moment of like, what do I want? Seeing 1111 is just a sign that things are working in the background, in the forefront, and you are a part of that change. It's spiritual change too. But it's a catalyst, it's reflection, it's divine partner, divine mirror, balancing masculine. There we go. Balancing masculine and feminine energies. Whoa. Just saw this. Look at this. North Node Cancer. Look at that. Beautiful. Balance. I think there is a lot here about you really balancing and taking control and great effort to control this. Control your thoughts. This is what I am focusing on. So, and I think that's just where you're going to be all getting most of your balance. But Saturn here is all about completion. It's the World card. It's also completion of cycles, achievements, commitments, boundaries, and restriction, which I think isn't that what we were talking about at the very beginning, where it's like you might be coming, this is a sign that something is in your life that's bringing some sort of restriction and preventing something. How do you get out of that? Very smartly, right? But all right, guys, I think this has been a beautiful reading. It's probably one of my favorites this time around. I hope this has provided you some sort of clarity, guidance, just something to give you a little extra energy to move on your path. So thank you again for watching. If you wouldn't mind, I would love if you could like the video and give me that energy back. And if you resonate with me, then I'd love for you to subscribe. So I hope you do well. Take care. Bye.